This is Out of the Box with your host, Jonathan Clark. Out of the Box, Sunday nights at 9 on Q1043.
Their new album is Asking for a Ride, and they're coming to Irving Plaza March 17th. All the info, whitereaperusa.com. Do I have the website correct?
Yes, that's right.
Tony Esposito, Hunter Thompson from the band are here, and for our listeners that did not hear our interview back in 2019, his name is actually Hunter Thompson, which is awesome. And I want to get to this new awesome, shredding, face-melting new album. But first, what I love about White Reaper, it's not only the music, which I love, but there is a sense of humor with this band that I think you have always had, and considering what you and the rest of the world have been through the last few years, is really needed. And speaking of famous names, I looked at your Wikipedia page, and I don't know if you control that or your fans control it or whatever, but it lists the band members as you two, plus the rest of the guys, Ryan, Nick, and Sam, but also Barbara Walters, the Pope, Ace Ventura, and Austin Powers. So you have no control over that. You just saw it one day?
Yeah, we just saw it and we were like, that's pretty good.
That is really good.
Our fans are disturbed.
Yeah, if Ace Ventura comes on television, I have to watch it. Like the next 2 hours, sorry, guys, can't do anything.
That's good to hear. I'm glad you're pro Ace Ventura.
Oh, my God. Come on now. And keeping with a sense of humor, there's a song on the new album called Fog Machine. First of all, will there be a Fog Machine on the White Reaper USA Tour 2023?
I'm certain at some point, yes, yeah. There will most likely be.
Your manager's right here. You know, he can make that happen, Joe. We got to have a fog machine.
Sam brought a fog machine out for a little while, but it was such a crappy one that it would just like, it left a film on everything, and I was please get rid of that thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The video for this song is hilarious. The song totally rocks, but the video, there's some really old school things like really ancient digital cameras.
Oh, yeah.
And by ancient, I mean like early 2000s.
Well, that's pretty old.
Because I had one of those. Also from the early 2000s. You're sitting by a gravestone with the band name on it, which was kind of disturbing. White Reaper buried 6 feet under. But all of a sudden, a hand comes out of the grave that has a really old school cell phone, a flip old school cell phone, like really old. And Tony, you are speaking on this phone, and all of a sudden you hang up, and the hand gives you the finger. I mean, tell me about who came up with all these ideas. Was that you guys with the director, or?
I think that was Max, the director, and Nick's idea. Nick, our drummer, who played the role of the hand. So they got.
Oh, that's really him.
Yeah. So they put a bunch of prosthetics on him.
That is fantastic.
Was the finger improvised?
I think the finger was improvised. Or maybe there was a little subliminal message behind it. I mean, I don't know.
Tony, in the video, you are playing what I think is a flying V. Is that a flying V?
Yes.
It's a white one. Mm-hmm. Really, really nice. How many guitars do you have? How many guys? All you guys have.
Oh,
does it keep
it has expanded quite rapidly in the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, I don't even know, like 15, 20. I've got friends like touring with some of my excess guitars right now.
Really?
Actually, yeah.
But you're not like up by Joe Bonamassa territory or anything.
No. But Fender and Gibson and Nash guitars have all been nice to me, so I've got some cool toys to play with.
Yeah.
I said this before, the album totally kicks ass. Lots of loud guitars. You really let loose on songs like the title track, Asking for a Ride, Bozo, Fog Machine, where we were talking about. Were you guys listening to like a lot of Priest or like Maiden or something during the pandemic?
Oh, yeah. Always listening to that stuff, but we really got into it. This week, we were at an Airbnb in Arkansas, and we were watching like the making of the Black Album, that Metallica doc, and we were just super in that thrash kind of world, and we were like, we should do this or see if we could.
Yeah. You guys pretty much self-produce this, right, with the help of an engineer or two?
Yeah, for the most part.
And this is Nashville. Where'd you guys produce this?
We did it in Nashville. We recorded it once. We had a batch of songs that we kind of took a lot of time over COVID writing together over Zoom. Tony would come up with ideas. We'd work on them. We kind of maybe over-touched them to a point and had never really played them together fully. Took them to Seattle, recorded them there, and it just didn't feel right. A lot of the performances and when we listened back, it just didn't feel great. And so we decided to kind of write some new material that would maybe give it a fresh infusion that hadn't been, belabored so heavily. And then we went right into the studio, like brought those songs to the band, practiced them for like a week, took them to the studio, and it just kind of had a little bit more excitement and energy, and was a little bit more, in our control. Whenever we're producing it, you don't have to, I guess, like kind of bicker over every detail with the producer. We could just like all go on the train, and it just felt like things moved a little quicker. So we did it with our friend Jeremy Ferguson, who has a studio called Battle Tapes in Nashville, and it was really fun, and I think gave us kind of a new lease on the band a little bit to just kind of have that freedom.
So you did a Let It Be Abbey Road thing.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Just
I love
not
it.
quite as smooth.
Not yet. The band has toured or done gigs with Billy Idol and Weezer over these past few years, but I saw that you'll be celebrating Harley Davidson's 120th anniversary in Milwaukee with the Foo Fighters and Joan Jett.
Yeah,
Supposedly.
Cool.
I mean, come
fun.
on.
Yeah.
Do you guys have Harleys? Yeah, or no? Or that's in the future?
Maybe there'll be a gift bag.
Right. That is a big, sweet gift bag,
That would
right?
be nice.
Nice hog and a gift bag. Other brushes with greatness over the years that we don't know about. Give me some highlights on some of these tours. Some
Brushes
of these people
of
that you
greatness.
met.
I just saw Ice Spice in the lobby on my way up here.
Flavor Flav was here yesterday.
What?
Yes. And I missed him,
my
unfortunately.
God.
Had the clock, Giants
my
jacket,
God, dude.
fantastic.
I would have lost my mind. if I
He's
saw
still
Flair
got the
Flav.
clock.
Oh my
Still
God!
rocking the clock.
Yeah, and they get bigger, right? They get bigger.
They have to.
There is a song by the great band Bad Company called "Rock and Roll Fantasy," and now I've had them. I've actually had dreams of, in my dream, I'm like walking out into a darkened Madison Square Garden, and the lighters are up, and I get on stage, and a guitar tech hands me my tuned guitar, but I don't know who I'm playing with or what I'm playing. I'm just, I'm a guitar player, so I have these dreams. My guitar is a Black Les Paul, actually, in the dream.
Whoa, yeah.
But something like this is already sort of happening to you guys. Do you have a fantasy of playing with somebody or having a moment like that? Anyone in particular that you'd like to, jam on stage with or record with or whatever?
I mean, I honestly, like, that sounds great, but I mostly just like to play with our band.
Right, yeah.
It's because it just feels so natural, I
But
guess.
if Rob Halford came out on a stage to the White Reaper
Okay, that would
show,
be, yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
The song we've been, or Bruce Dickinson, the song we've been playing a lot on the show is Pages. Anything you want to tell us about the song before we blast it again?
Pages was one that we just kind of had in our back pocket for a really long time, and just sort of the way that it was kind of slow to get rolling on writing new music over the pandemic. It was kind of like, let's dust off this old thing and see if it works, and yeah, that's kind of the story.
All right, it is White Reaper. The band has a fantastic new album. Everyone must go out and get this. It is so good. The album is new, Asking for a Ride. White Reaper will be at Irving Plaza March 17th. You can get all the info, whitereaperusa.com. Tony Hunter, thank you again, and we look forward to the Irving Plaza show.
Same.
Stoked on it.
This is Out of the Box with your host, Jonathan Clark. Out of the Box, Sunday nights at 9 on Q1043.